Alright, hello everyone. Here we are back for hole number 3 here of the second anniversary tournament for the Master Division. This is going to be one of the longer holes in the game. You'll want to make sure that you pack accordingly. So I'm using Cat 6 and I'm using a Pak 5. This is going to still be kind of a tough hole for a Pak 5. Here you can see that it does start just a little bit of a tailwind, which is going to help. It's going to help those smaller drivers get out just a little bit farther, which will be nice. That will be a nice little addition there to be able to have that little bit of extra boost that we're obviously going to need. So especially with only having a Pak 3, a Pak 4, a Pak 5, you're really going to need to blast this first shot down there. So another thing that you can do is riskily kind of take it up that left-hand side. Going to be a much more risky drive. I'd kind of rather, myself, especially, with kind of limited clubs, just kind of go out this way. Let's talk a little bit about this directional input. Of course, I'm going to be going into overpower, so maybe a +5 is a good thing here. So you'll see that I'll just go a little bit extra there. In terms of what else I need to do, I'm going to angle and 8.6 rings plus some curl. So there's 5. There's about 8.6 right here. And similarly, like I mentioned, we're just going to kind of curl it, try to get it back straight. Well, actually, and try to get it really as left as possible as well. So that's what you'll see that I'm doing, because the more left that I get here, as you can see, I do start to run out of real estate. So I will kind of be a little bit cautious on that. I might just start my aim just a little bit more right in the future. However, I did great ball that to the left 1 ring, I believe. So, but for a starter, I just kind of wanted to see where it goes to. I mean, these are the things that you want to learn in this first day. Is what happens with max. What is it going to put me in a position where, it might just barely stay in, for instance. And that's how you start to learn, well, I might need to scale this back just a tiny bit, and start making those secondary decisions. So here, this next one, it's definitely going to be one of the more uphill holes in the game. So -10, somewhere in there. We're just going to try for that. I'm going to put on my Cat 6. And obviously, I'm probably going to adjust up here at this max. So even though I'm starting up here, I'm going to use the max number. So, if you think about your slider, it's just going to be essentially max here. And you'll also see that I'm just going to kind of spin this quite considerably as well. So with that in mind, the only thing I didn't do, I think I forgot to, is this, but it shouldn't, well, it does change things. So here you'll see that it, make sure that you're setting those and actually touching the thing. And you'll see that I'm pretty much just kind of taking it easy and just trying to get it up this hill. Also make sure that you're curling it, kind of keep it away from that left rough. But don't over curl it to the point that it goes in the right rough. But you can see right around max seems to be where that I wanted to go. Keep in mind, hopefully we're going to get this distance thing working just a little bit better. But you can see how I had to touch that value in order to get that 8.3 to pop up. So make sure for the short term, you're also retouching that wind if you want to use it. Because you can see if you don't set a new wind, it's not going to give it to you. So you'll have to, touch that wind and actually get it to register now. We're going to get that working just a little bit better in the future, but for now, you'll just kind of have to rely on that. But let's take a look here at the pitch. As you'll see, we'll have just a little bit of a crosswind pitch here. It looks like Rapier's on this bag right now. So a couple ways that we can do this. We can either do this with the slider, or we can just kind of go classic method here. I mean, it looks right around quarter club to me. So, you know, I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of, well, the only thing that happened is I'll have to reset the wind since it's more of a side wind here. Somewhere right around 2 rings, you'll see. So, somewhere right off the edge of the hole here. Perfect ball. Just make sure that you get it to land right on the green. And ooh. So just a little bit light on that correction. So, you know, I didn't take the time to actually count the rings. As you can see that, you know, especially if you are going to use the tool, you're going to have to make sure that you actually touch the wind every time. The way this is working right now. So, you know, we do have a fix coming in for that, which is going to cover that. And I think we're also going to bring back the dial. Our original design for this was to have it as the kind of the 8 quick, like you could quick use the D-pad, but we don't want you to use those very much, and this is a much cleaner look. So that's the reason that you see it like this currently, is because we, you know, we just wanted to make it a much more cleaner look. However, we are going to update it, and it's going to have the D-pads around the edge. And then if you want this, you'll just have to click on the center and basically pull it up. It'll basically override all those outside edges. But, you know, be on the lookout for that. You know, this is still the very early stages of this tool. As I mentioned, just be very careful. Make sure that you're actually, you know, physically touching. If you want to use the wind, the new wind model, you need to make sure that you actually touch it onto the screen each and every time as of right now until our next update. So good luck, guys, and I'll see you guys on hole 4 coming up.